Hi, parents. So I am Rachel Briles, a fifth grade teacher, but I also have children who go to Hill. Um, so this is my parent dashboard. It's before any of the teachers have published their courses, so you won't see my children's courses in here yet, but they will show up. But I want to show you, how do you turn off all that annoying email um, flow from Blend? Because some of it you really are interested in, and some of it you're like, I don't care. That's ew. That's not meant for my mailbox. Sometimes a teacher just wants to have a shout out and just say, I just wanted to say I love you guys. You don't need a whole email about that, right? You can still see all the notifications that come to your children if you go to notifications in that course. So if you click on that course here, so right here, do you see how I'm hovering over the, I can't remember what that's called. Oh my gosh, it's going to drive me nuts all day. But click on it. Megaphone, that's what it is. All right, and here are all the announcements that teacher has made. Those were announcements that Miss Puska had made through her library course last year. To my kiddos. Let's see. Okay. So how do you change all these things? How do you decide if you get daily notifications or weekly notifications or absolutely no more email notifications? We go to the account button. Account. All right. Now once we're in here, so this is Rachel Riles, but this is me as a parent of my two little dudes. Or dude, yeah. Now we have notifications, we have profile, we have files, we have settings, e-portfolios, observing, QR for mobile login, global announcements. You can look at all of these on your own time, but I'm going to show you notifications. So let's click on notifications. Although I really suggest you look at all of your options as a parent for control. Okay, and just peace of mind. Notifications. Okay. All right. So this is all about emails. How many emails you're going to get. So if you want to know every single time someone updates the due dates, you'll click the check. Notify me right away. Over here, it says send a daily summary. So if you want it every day, you'll click here. If you want it just every week, you don't want to get, there's no overkill here. You're going to click the calendar. And if you're like, dude, my kids should keep up with themselves, an X, okay? I personally would prefer a just maybe every week because I don't think they're going to be putting out too many due dates in Blend this year for my third grader and my kindergartner. Grading policies. Send daily summary, send weekly summary, grading policies. Okay. If this is more than a weekly email, or if I get the same email every week, I'm going to come back to this setting and put an X. I've never gotten an email for grading policies that I know of for my son, so I'm just going to leave it at weekly. Course content. I think that's just like, it's going to email you what's in your kid's Blend course. No, thank you. I can look at that myself. Files. Some teacher uploads a file for your kid to see. She could be uploading just an example file. So no, thank you. Of course, you have the right to get emails. So you choose. Announcements. This is the big one. The like, I love you announcement, or don't forget that we are coming to homeroom tomorrow dressed as pigs. Or, I mean, maybe you do want to know that, but but just something like, some people just, you get too many emails as a parent. So I'm going to turn off the announcements. And when I go in to my kids' especially I think as a fifth grader, you can always just click on the megaphone of their course. It really can turn into a ton of emails because we have things that we want to say to our kids on a daily basis, but you don't. I mean, you can just assume we're being good, and you can just check up on what we've told your kids without having to read an email about it every day if we send them that often. Announcements created by you. I don't know if you have that option. I guess I do. So maybe we can send announcements to our own children. I've never tried, but that is a really exciting idea. I don't want to get an email about my own use of Blend, so but I may try and do that, like, and just say I love you to my son and my daughter. Grading includes scores when alerting about grades. If your email is not an institution email, this means it's sensitive. Okay. That sounds like a good idea. Now, depending on how many grades your kid is receiving all the time, I would do notify me right away or send weekly summary. There are some grades. There are some grades that teachers give out in Blend that they will not use for the grade book. Because we give kids lots of opportunities to practice, and sometimes we're like, well, that really truly was just practice, and I don't want them to suffer for a good attempt, but yet it might hurt their grade. So if you see quizzes and Blend being graded, like there are some quizzes that I used to give out, and we would use Blend all the time, but I did not. I would only like hand pick like randomly a few of the quizzes that we gave that way over throughout the year. So you may use what you understand about your the teacher's courses. Now, the only problem with this is for both of my kids. So you can choose notify me right away, and if it gets annoying, you can change it later. Invitation. I'm not sure what that means, so I've always kept it checked. Submission content. Submission comment. I don't know what that means exactly, so I've put that, I kept it checked. Blueprint sync. Don't know what that is. Discussion. Huh. You do not want to be a part of the discussions unless you think your kids are saying bad things to the other kids, which in that case, the teacher would probably contact you. This is the most annoying button I've ever like it signs kids up for discussions and discussion posts constantly. Like it what's the word? But they start getting every single discussion post gets emailed back to them, even if they don't care. Like it's some other kid, like, and it could be another kid who just was like playing around 2 months later, and they'll get an email about it. I'm going to put these at X. Discussion post. I'm just going to put that at an X too. I don't have time in my life to see all of that, even for my kids, because I can just run through their course in my own time. Added to conversation. I don't know when that happens. Conversation message. Not sure when that happens, but I'm afraid it might be an email. Conversations created by me. I don't need to be alerted to what I've already done. Student appointment signups. I'm not sure what that is. No one's taught me that function yet. Appointment signups. Well, student appointment. I may not know what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and check it. Maybe the teacher will invite Koi to an appointment. I don't know. So I guess I'm going to keep all of these checked for right now. And if it becomes annoying, I'm going to put them on the X side. Calendar. I am going to put a check. Let's see. I'm going to put that under a weekly email. But I know that my child's teachers will send me a schedule. So it may be that that's just overkill, and I'll exit out. In fact, I know my child's teachers will keep me up to date, and your fifth grade teachers will too. So I'm just going to keep that as an X. Groups, members, update. I'm not sure what that means. I'm going to put that in an X. Recording ready. I'm just going to leave that as is. Alerts, administrative notifications. Those are kind of annoying because I've not been interested in those. Content link errors. I like to know that right away. I put so that I can help my kid out to tell the teacher, hey, this is not working. Global announcements. I'm not sure what those are, unless they are the same thing as administrative types of notifications. Okay, so those are the things that I would deal with in notifications to set my email preferences. If you are still listening, that's awesome. And but this is just to help because I know that it was driving people nuts last year. Take care.